He rose from poverty, studied under Khomeini, survived torture and exile, and one bomb nearly ended him. Within decades, he would go from a seminary outsider to Iran's supreme leader. This is the untold story of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, how a boy with bread and raisins became a man who changed a nation. You're watching History Triggered, where hidden history comes alive. And today we begin our journey into the life of Ali Khamenei. In part one of this two-part series, we explore Khamenei's first 4 decades, from his upbringing in Mashhad to the climactic 1981 assassination that reshaped his destiny. Over the next minutes, we'll uncover the events that forged the man who would come to dominate Iran. April 19th, 1939, a modest chicken wish house in Mashhad. Bread, a few raisins, were supper. His father, Sayyid Javad, a seminary cleric, taught Quran in their cramped basement. Guest visitors meant the family retreated underground, both literally and figuratively. At age 4, young Ali learned his letters, the Quran. By 18, he was already journeying to Najaf, studying under giants like Ayatollah Hakim and Shah before returning to Qom in 1958. His seminary home through 1964, his studies were swift, his intelligence notable. By mid-20s, he'd attained ijtihad and led morning prayers at Mashhad's historic Bazaar Mosque. By 1962, Khamenei's scholarly calm gave way to political fire. Aspects of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi's modernization and U.S. ties provoked unrest. Ali answered the call, joining protests chanting, "Down with the Shah." SAVAK, the secret police, responded. Arrests, beatings, scientific interrogations in dark cells. Despite torture, he never bent. Seminary students began to see him as fearless. His reputation grew in Qom's underground network. In the late 1970s, Khamenei was jailed in Mashhad, then exiled to Iranshahr, a desert town with no electricity, few masks of hope. But exile didn't silence him. Letters smuggled to disciples, clandestine Quranic sessions, his influence spread by candlelight. Even barren land couldn't stop his voice. It grew louder in absence. 1979 exploded. With the Shah fleeing, Khomeini's return electrified Iran. Khamenei emerged from exile to join the Inner Circle, the Revolutionary Council, and helped found the IRGC, today Iran's power instrument. He became defense minister and Tehran's Friday prayer leader, a war voice to millions, trusted by Khomeini himself. In 1981, President Rajai was assassinated. In the chaos, cleric-turned-leader Ali Khamenei was elected president, a rarity in Iran's history. War had consumed Iran since 1980. His presidency, balancing war budgets, overseeing IRGC activity, political infighting with PM Mousavi. Under his watch came the brutal 1988 executions, thousands of political prisoners systematically killed. His fingerprints are traced in memos justifying these acts. June 27, 1981, a tape recorder bomb strapped to the pulpit at Abu Zar Mosque. Khamenei's speech turned to sirens, his arm blown to pieces, lungs and vocal cords shattered. He survived, but that day changed Iran. At 42, crippled yet unbowed, he emerged with a new resolve. Less cleric, more survivor. Weeks later, he became president. Months later, Iran lost 74 top officials in the Haftar bombing, decimating any opposition. This was no accident. It was a crucible, and Ali Khamenei walked out the other side, forging himself into steel. From destitute seminarian to exiled dissident to wartime president, Part 1 maps his ascent. But in Part 2, we dive deeper. How he became the supreme leader, consolidated power, and shaped Iran's future. Like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell. His next transformation will define a nation.